Good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 17th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. We start with Holly for a check of today's forecast.
All right, Danielle, and once again, we're talking more rain chances. We've seen them this morning. Some of you even a few rumbles of thunder, especially those close to the lake on the west side. And as we continue through the day, we see more scattered chances into the afternoon. We can't really rule it out even into this evening. So just be aware, this is the picture at 5 o'clock and we're seeing more of those pop-ups. Here's a look at what we expect as we head through the rest of your work. And for some of you, it's been school week. Yeah, back to it. And we are planning on a drier pattern heading into the next couple of days. In fact, both tomorrow and Friday look completely dry. Hopefully there's no changes to that forecast. And then as we look ahead to Saturday, it's just an isolated storm chance late. So your Saturday plans should be good to go. It's also going to be more seasonal as we head into the rest of the week with highs in the low 80s. Sunday, scattered storms more likely, Danielle. Same thing applies for early next week. We'll keep you updated.
Thank you so much, Holly. And Cleveland city leaders released a new report that looks at violence in the city and what they can do to make everyone safer. Mayor Justin Bibb says the numbers show violent crime is down in almost every major category. But the number of homicides for the first half of the year, which is 70, is still the second highest for that time period in a decade. Leaders are emphasizing the importance of partnerships and community programming to address crime.
Again, it's a holistic approach. It's getting programs and activities in place well before they reach us in the Cleveland Division of Police.
This administration is focusing on crisis intervention so we can deal with mental health, focusing on economic development in communities that are, feel that they have been forgotten.
The city is also looking to boost its police force as they deal with low staffing and hiring challenges. They have even hired a marketing firm to help bring in officers. And the shutdown of inpatient and emergency room services at University Hospital's Bedford location has been postponed by a judge. Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge Stephen Gall met with attorneys from both UH and the city of Bedford yesterday. He ordered that the services remain open until September 20th. UH did stop inpatient care and emergency services at their Richmond Heights location this past Friday. They say a major staffing shortage is to blame. And an update this morning on that massive train derailment in Stark County, where 19 cars collided with a truck. As of yesterday afternoon, all 19 train cars were back up and running. You can see here the North Lawrence Fire Department posted this video to Facebook, thanking the train company for working quickly to fix the problem. Authorities believe the driver of a truck was traveling down a winding hill at unsafe speeds when they hit the train. Luckily, no one was hurt. And as we prepare to head into fall, there are renewed concerns about COVID-19 and seasonal flu. The White House coronavirus response team is encouraging people to get a flu shot and to take preventative steps in the form of masking in crowded spaces. If not, experts say COVID-19 could run rampant again, stressing out hospitals.
Our healthcare system is going to get into serious trouble unless we are very proactive about preventing it. So if we do nothing and just sort of hope for the best, I think we could end up getting into a lot of trouble this fall and winter.
The White House also says this fall there will be improvements to COVID vaccines, which means the shot will be better. It will be able to better prevent infection and transmission. Health officials in Summit County are preparing to distribute monkeypox vaccines to those in need. The county announcing that they have created a monkeypox vaccine waiting list with the first tier for those at risk for occupational exposure and those identified as close contacts or direct exposures. We have directions on how to sign up on WKYC.com. And a landmark ruling from the FDA means hearing aids will be offered over the counter. They're mostly for adults with a self-perceived mild to moderate hearing difficulty. A new study from Cleveland Clinic shows 59% of those surveyed would take their pet to the vet, but only 27% said that they would get their own hearing checked.
This is not a typical normal consequence of aging that people need to live with. It's something that deserves their attention and their action. We have one set of ears for a lifetime.
The hearing aids must be on store shelves within 60 days, making them available by mid-October. And local sports programs aren't immune to shortages in equipment. Several Northeast Ohio schools are facing a helmet shortage as they start a new year at school. Things like supply chain issues, transportation, and labor shortages are all causes for the helmet shortage. But as the start of high school football approaches, some schools are in a time crunch to find a solution.
We felt it at all three levels, high school, middle school, and youth. And we've shared helmets. We have passed helmets down. We've passed the helmets up just to figure out the situation.
In Collinwood at the school there, well, the coach says several helmets are still out for repairs because they were so outdated. Because it's been taking longer than expected, Collinwood will have to miss their Week 1 game. And new this morning, with school districts seeing a teacher shortage ahead of this school year, we are getting a look at just how much teachers are making. According to the National Education Association, the national average teacher salary is just over $66,000 a year. Ohio is sitting just below that average, while New York ranks the highest. And when it comes to the inflation that we are all facing right now, it's not good news for educators. While the average pay has increased 1.7% over the last school year, when it's adjusted for inflation, the average salary decreased nearly 4% over the last decade. That means teachers are making about $2,100 less than 10 years ago. And with the start of the school year, well, getting students back on those sleep schedules can be tough. And scientists say 7 out of 10 teenagers are sleep deprived. California is now the first state in the country to push forward school start times to later in the morning in an effort to get teens the sleep that they need. The new state law there says that high school and middle school students cannot start before 8 or 8:30 a.m. And sticking with the sleep theme, you'll want to check this out because the University of Akron is trying to help improve students' mental health by offering up a place to take a nap. There are 4 nap pods at 3 locations across campus, giving students a spot to take a 20-minute nap to help boost their mood. Each pod has a privacy visor, a timer, and sleep music. The pod uses gentle vibrations and light to wake students up. Okay, and in some space news, the Artemis 1 moon rocket is on the launch pad. The rocket was rolled out late last night. The Artemis 1 mission will launch the Space Launch System rocket, NASA's most powerful rocket ever built, and the Orion spacecraft. The unmanned flight test is the first in a series of increasingly complex missions to the moon. NASA is still targeting Monday, August 29th for the launch. And today, right here in Northeast Ohio, pieces of the Blue Origin spacecraft will continue to be moved along some Erie County roads. Residents living in several cities are likely to see the oversized loads on the move, and that started at 7:30 this morning. Parts of the rocket are being transported from the NASA Neil Armstrong Test Facility in Sandusky to the docks in Huron. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go, starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.